Hello and welcome to today's video. If you don't already know who I am, hi, I'm Sumner, and I've been using Amazon posts for the past 30 days, and I'm going to share with you my exact results and whether I think Amazon posts are worth it or not. So really quickly, before we dive into my results, I'm going to share literally everything with you, or as much as I can. A brief refresher on Amazon posts. First, I have an entire video about what Amazon posts are and how you can set them up step by step in Amazon Seller Central. So if you want that video, link will be in the description. But as a brief refresher, Amazon posts are essentially free advertising, at least free in terms of monetary cost. It's a collection of an image that relates to your product and a short caption that if you're brand registered, you have access to. So basically, if you're brand registered, you go to the Amazon post section, you upload an image that relates to your product, as well as a short caption that can be up to 2,000 characters. Hit publish, and then what Amazon will do is it will take that post, that image and text that you just created, and it will show it basically to customers or potential buyers who are searching for similarly related products or other products that are in your category. It'll show up in what's called the post feed, and it's still currently in beta. So it'll show up in the post feed. Some customers or potential customers will see it, click on it, and then hopefully ultimately buy your product. Again, full video going over in case you still have questions about that. But assuming that you already have some familiarity with Amazon posts, in this video, I'm going to specifically cover the results. So here's my test. Over the past 30 days, I posted 139 times across 5 listings. So it's not really ASINs, it's 5 listings. Some had multiple variations, but to keep it simple, I posted 139 times over the past 30 days for 5 different products to really collect as much data and get a very good sense of the results that Amazon posts can generate for my own brand and maybe what they can generate for you as well. By the way, apologize for the noise. We're currently in Rio in our Airbnb, so apologize for any kind of noise distractions, but I promise the content will be valuable and it'll be worth your time. So what do I use for my Amazon post content? Okay, I keep it really simple. So what I did is I gathered all of my existing Amazon product photography along with all of the user-generated content from my customers on places like Instagram, Facebook, maybe even Pinterest and other areas, and conglomerated everything together. So again, Amazon posts are just an image and text. For the image, I used a lot of user-generated content mixed with my own Amazon product photography that I already have for my listing. And by the way, just a little tip, if you do plan to post on Amazon, what I found from my own results, by far, user-generated content performs the best. Meaning, an image like this, and that's why I created this image here, or uploaded this image here. If this was your product, this would be a great example of an image, right? Your customer maybe unboxing your product, using your product, kind of pointing at your product or whatever it might be, depending on what your product is. But your actual customer, like a real customer, actually using and enjoying your product. And even if the image isn't the best quality, and you can always touch up using like Adobe Lightroom or something like that, like some kind of very simple software. But even if your image isn't super high quality, I've actually found for me personally that the best performing images weren't my super high quality product images that I was already using. They got some decent results, but the best results that I found, which I'll talk about here in a second, were user-generated content, meaning images of my customer unboxing, holding my product, using my product, right? And a lot specifically from Instagram was a great source. So highly recommend doing that. And that's just a little tip in case you do plan to use Amazon posts. User-generated content tends to perform really, really well. So again, that's what I use for the image. For the text, really simple. Depending on what the image is, I'll call out something specific. So maybe I'll use kind of a quote from one of my customers. Maybe, for example, if this was my product, I would have a little kind of testimonial that this customer gave to my brand. I might use that if I have their permission, right? And you want to make sure that if you're using your customers' photos, that you do have their permission to use it as well. Just want to make sure you know that, of course. So, it could be a testimonial kind of in quotes. It could be, just a short text highlighting the feature or the benefit of whatever your image is. And then also I like to end with a little call to action to help increase clicks, which could say something like click now to learn more. Buy now, something very simple, click now, buy now, shop now, whatever it might be. Okay, so just a short 1 to 2 sentences, quote, highlighting a certain feature, highlighting a certain benefit, or a mixture of any of those with a little call to action at the end. Really simple. Okay, and if you have questions, let me know in the comments, but it should be pretty simple. So that was kind of my test. That's what I use for my content. So here are the results, drum roll. But first, really quick, in order to know whether Amazon posts are worth it or not, you need to have a baseline. So for me, again, like I said, and I've already explained this in my previous video, Amazon posts are essentially free advertising that just cost time, okay? So basically, the most comparable thing I could find to Amazon posts is Amazon PPC or Amazon paid advertising, okay? That's really the two closest things that I could compare. I think they are very, very comparable. So I'm going to be kind of comparing the two, and that's how you're going to know, or that's how I know whether Amazon posts are worth it or not, okay? So just want to make that clear. And specifically, the metric that I'm looking at to determine success are clicks to detail page, okay? Because remember, you create your Amazon post, it goes out onto Amazon, whatever, goes somewhere, people see it, and then people click. But guess what? And this may not be very apparent. So look at the top image I have here. When you log into your Amazon post section, if you are brand registered and you have access to Amazon posts, if you go to your Amazon post dashboard, you'll see a column labeled engagement, okay? And as you can see, for this particular post that I have here, it had an engagement of 41. For me, I'm like, okay, what does that mean? I got 41 engagement. If you hover over the little info circle there on the right corner, the little eye, it'll say, Amazon will tell you this is clicks on your post. So I got really excited initially, and this is why I'm kind of making this video and calling this out. I got really excited because I was like, oh, this post that I made got 41 clicks. That's awesome. But guess what? When someone clicks on your post, there's a lot of ways that they can click, okay? And you're like, wait, what does that mean? I'll explain. So engagement doesn't mean clicks to your Amazon product or your Amazon product detail page. It just means clicks on your post, which can be multiple things, to figure out what exactly kind of the breakdown. So of that 41 engagement, how many of those clicks were directly to my Amazon product, right? Because that's all I really care about. Ultimately, I care about sales, but unfortunately, Amazon isn't providing that data yet in regards to Amazon posts, because that's ultimately what I want to know is, all right, how many sales did I get from my Amazon posts? Amazon doesn't tell me, so the next best thing that I have are clicks to my Amazon product. I don't care if someone clicks and then goes to my competitor. I don't care about that, and actually, I don't want that. All I care about is how many clicks did this post get to my Amazon product, to my Amazon listing, to where people are actually looking at my product images and hopefully buying, okay? So in order to find that data, which you can do, go to your Amazon post dashboard, go to the top right corner and click download report, okay? Once you download your report, you'll get a spreadsheet that looks something like this. If you would like access to my spreadsheet, it's in the form of a Google Sheet, but I basically took the Excel file, uploaded it to a Google Sheet, erased some of the data because I'm not going to give all my data away in terms of what products I was advertising, the ASINs, the post ID and things like that. I keep that private for very obvious reasons, but all the other data you can access. I'm going to have a link to my Google Sheet below so you can kind of get a feel for what data looks like, as well as my own data. So if you're a data geek like I am, you can analyze even further, okay? So anyway, this is what the data will look like once you download the report, kind of that bottom screenshot there. And specifically what you want to look at, or what I'd recommend looking at, and what I looked at, is the H column, which is clicks to detail page. This is basically the number of times that someone saw your post, or the number of times someone clicked on your post, and then went to your Amazon product, hopefully to buy, right? This is the metric that is the most important. I don't really care about clicks to related feeds, clicks to show the product, etc. And you could kind of look it up for yourself. It's pretty self-explanatory in my view. If you have questions, let me know in the comments or in our Facebook group as well. But this is the metric that you want to focus on. I think I highlighted that enough. So with that being said, we're comparing posts to PPC, and specifically we're looking at clicks to detail page and comparing that to Amazon PPC clicks to your detail page and kind of comparing to see if it's worth it or not. So now the official Amazon post results, okay? And again, these are my personal results. So you could get different results, of course, but I just want to make sure I call that out. So let's look at the middle column right here, the Amazon posts column. Let's just focus on that. Over the 30-day period, like I already told you, through posting on Amazon, I generated 120 clicks to my product detail page. That's the key, okay? I generated a lot more clicks, but 120 clicks specifically to my product detail page. It cost me a little under 7 hours to strategize, gather all the content, resize the images, create the captions, schedule the content in the Amazon Post Manager, all of that, okay? So for me to generate 120 clicks through Amazon Posts, it took me almost 7 hours of my time to do that, which comes to 3.38 minutes per click. So it takes me about 3.38 minutes of my personal time to get one click to my product detail page through Amazon posting. Okay, I hope you guys are with me. Okay, and this will make sense once we get to the next column. And you see, so we have clicks, costs, and the last column right there, just in case you're curious, CPC, that stands for cost per click. In this sense, for Amazon posts, it doesn't cost money, but it costs time, and it definitely costs you. It's not completely free. It costs your time, so that's why I'm measuring, my metric is time. Okay, lastly, with Amazon PPC, okay, for me to generate 120 clicks through Amazon PPC, and specifically 120 clicks to my product detail page, it would cost me on average, and this is a real metric, okay, I looked back at the past month of my Amazon PPC data. I looked at, okay, for my ASIN targeting campaign specifically, because I felt that those were the most similar to kind of the Amazon post placement. And again, if you're confused, don't worry about it. Basically, for me to generate 120 clicks through Amazon PPC, I went back in my own data and found that it would cost me $74.40 to get 120 clicks to my Amazon listing, and that comes to 62 cents on average per click. So, with this being said, and how do I analyze this data? Basically, if someone asks me, Sumner, you want to get more traffic to your listing, don't you? I say, yes, I do. Okay, you have two options. You can either post on Amazon, or you can run more, you can spend more on Amazon ads, or target more keywords with Amazon ads or whatever. Basically, you can either scale up your Amazon PPC, or you could scale up your Amazon posting. Which would you rather do, right? If you had to choose between one or the other. Based on the data before me, I would choose to scale up my Amazon PPC and spend more money with Amazon PPC versus spending more time with Amazon posts, okay? Because for me, and you can do the math for yourself, for me, spending $74 to get 120 clicks is more worthwhile for me than spending about 7 hours of my time, okay? And if you were to break out the hour using this metric, it would be basically like $11 per hour is what my time would be worth with Amazon posting. And my time is worth a lot more than $11 per hour. Again, you can kind of just do the math yourself right across here, very simple. So again, those are the results that I had personally over the past 30 days. You may get different results. I think it still could be worth it for your product or your products on Amazon to try for maybe a 2-week period. And now you know exactly kind of what to look for, and hopefully this video will help you. It doesn't mean that Amazon posts aren't worth it, but in my case, there's a lot of other endeavors as well in terms of posting outside of Amazon and growing my off Amazon presence, and a lot of other endeavors that I can do that I believe are more worthwhile than Amazon posts. So that's for me personally. But in terms of you, I would definitely recommend testing this for yourself just to see, because you never know, your products and your strategy could perform better. In my case, right, I could have tested and just honed in on the image types that were working the best, the captions that were working the best. Maybe I only create Amazon posts for the ASINs that are working the best. I could A/B test and kind of figure out the best time to post and all of that. But again, I could also take that time to optimize my Amazon PPC as well, or optimize other efforts. So again, going back to it, I could still get better results over the past 30-day period if I kind of hone in on what's working. But at the same time, I can also hone in on what's working in other areas as well, which I think is more worthwhile. But hopefully, regardless, this is helpful. Again, in conclusion, just so you know, because I know I've kind of come around a few different things, I don't believe it's worth it for me personally. It might be worth it for you, could be worth testing, and now you know what to look for. And that's just kind of in conclusion. Pretty straightforward. And I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. A lot of other great videos and playlists currently here on this channel that a lot of people have no idea about that are extremely, extremely valuable. I want to make sure you don't miss out. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, check out the other videos and playlists here on the channel. If you have any questions, anything that you'd like to add with your experience with Amazon posts, feel free to get help and help the community by leaving a comment below. And be sure to join our Facebook group. That's a great place for just quick kind of updates, whether that's about Amazon posts or anything else. I will be kind of making updates in the future, so be sure to join our Facebook group. Really great place for some quick little updates that don't require full video. And again, hope you found this valuable. Really appreciate your support and you watching through, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.